Let's make our childhood favorite ice cream sandwiches today. We will learn how to make super delicious eggless chocolate biscuits and make a delicious ice cream sandwich from it. I am Kanika from Bakes by Kanika. So let's begin the recipe. So we will take a clean bowl, take a sieve, and now we will add all purpose flour or maida. Now we'll add cocoa powder, some baking powder, and now we will mix all the ingredients together and pass through a sieve. This is done so that all the ingredients gets mixed properly and are aerated, so the batter gets aerated. So we will mix through to mix it properly, so we will also mix it using a wide whisk and a spatula. Now we'll take another bowl and add butter. So this is unsalted butter and I have taken it as a room temperature butter. So it is not melted and not nor it is very cold. So now we'll add soft brown sugar and some castor sugar. If you don't have soft brown sugar, you can use total castor sugar as well. So you can, in that case, you will use 70 grams of castor sugar. But brown sugar gives a very nice flavor to your chocolate biscuits. So now using your electric hand beater, we will mix the batter so that all the butter and the sugar gets mixed and forms a uniform batter. Now we will add vanilla extract and some salt. Since we took unsalted butter, we will be adding salt. But if you have taken salted butter, please avoid adding salt. But I always prefer taking unsalted butter as we can control the amount of salt in the mixture. So now we'll add the dry mix in one go. So I'm adding it in one go. As these are biscuits, so we don't want the gluten to be formed, otherwise the biscuits will be very hard. So that is why we will just mix it and we'll add the batter in one go. So now using your electric hand mixer, we will just mix it one time more. So now we'll take some milk. Now I have added 3 to 4 tablespoons of milk and you will add it in one by one, just having a look at the consistency of the batter. So depending on the type of the flour used and the amount of sugar, sometimes the milk added may vary from 5 to 6 tablespoons also. So you can just mix it using spoon and then by using your hands, just feel the batter and you will see that the batter will start coming together. In no time you will see that all the batter has come together. So we will not use too much of milk, otherwise the cookies will spread. So it has to be a slightly tight batter like this. Now we will take out the batter or the dough on a counter and we will just slightly knead or roll it like this. You can see as soon as you will start rolling it, it will become a smooth log and it will be of a very pliable consistency. Just roll it in the form of a log. Now wrap it in a cling foil and keep it in refrigerator for 15 to 20 minutes so that it firms up a bit and it is slightly easier to roll the dough. We don't want to keep it more than 15 minutes, otherwise it will become rock solid and we will not be able to roll the dough. So now we will take 2 parchment paper and keep the dough in between it, and using a rolling pin we will start rolling it like this. So these are very thin cookies. See, we will roll this dough in an irregular fashion and we will make it into a very thin cookie. You can just have a look at the thickness of the dough. We don't want to make very thick cookies and very thin cookies. Now we will cut the corners of the dough. So we can reuse the leftover dough and we will again form it into a ball and then we can again roll it. So it's very easy. So we will just remove this using a spatula. And now we will, depending on the size of your ice cream or the size of your ice cream brick, we will just cut the cookies using a scale. Here I've used a ravioli cutter. You can even use a simple plain knife. This ravioli cutter gives slightly crooked edges, so I find it to be nice. Otherwise, you can just take your knife, simple plain knife, and cut the edges. Sometimes it might happen that the dough is not cut properly. See, you can see that earlier my lines were slightly slanting, so it is a very forgiving dough. You can just correct your mistake and just remove it. Now, just taking a spatula, put a spatula underneath it and very carefully lift your cookies. And now see, the remaining dough can be just gathered together and formed into a ball, and again rolled and formed, then cut and rolled and cut and formed into a cookies. Now keep these cookies on a baking tray, and I have put a silicone mat in at the bottom, but you can use a parchment paper as well. Now take a skewer, and from the back side we'll just punch the holes as we find in our ice cream sandwiches. See, look, this looks so pretty. Now we'll bake these at 180 degrees Celsius for 8 minutes. So these will be slightly soft cookies when you will just take it out of the oven, so that is the right consistency, but still they will just come out of your parchment paper or your silicone mat. So now we will take out these cookies on a cooling rack and let them cool completely before we assemble these into a ice cream sandwich. I have taken store-bought ice cream. You can even take homemade ice cream, but just set it in the form of a log so that it is easier to cut it. So I have taken a brick of ice cream and I have cut my biscuits according to the size of the ice cream brick. So that is what I will suggest. Or if you are setting a homemade ice cream in a pan, then just take the size of that pan and then cut your cookies accordingly. So that then it will be very easy and neat way of assembling the cookies. Now we will take two cookies, one at the bottom and one at the top, and we will just put the ice cream uh, piece. See, one is facing upwards and one is facing downwards. So we'll put the ice cream piece like this, and then we'll just put the cookie on top of it, and we will slightly press it so that it sticks together. So you can eat it just now also, but the cookie will be slightly hard at this point and it will not be a very nice texture to eat as we find in an ice cream sandwich. So we will just wrap it in a cling foil and we will freeze it for at least 24 hours so that the ice cream and the cookie just join together and it gives a very beautiful taste. The cookie will become slightly soft and you will find it very yummy to eat. So now you can eat it like this also, but you can also just put some sprinkles and just coat it like this. So it looks very attractive for children and they find it to be very, very beautiful. So I hope you like this recipe. So please leave a like and share it with your friends and also subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye bye. See you.